to himself. And none of us dies to himself. For if we live to the Lord. And if we die to the Lord. See, Pastor Morgan, he served the Lord. And he served this town. There is good in Clearwater. There is right in Clearwater. Pastor Morgan, he never surrendered our home. And we won't either. We stand united and determined as a community. And we will never surrender.
This train is bound for glory, this train. This train is bound for glory. Everybody riding must be holy. This train is bound for glory, this train. This train don't take no liars, this train. This train don't take no liars, this train. This train don't take no liars, no.
It's a beautiful ceremony, yeah, Dwayne. It's a damn shame what happened to Chaplain Morgan, huh?
It wasn't a wasted life, I can promise you that.
This train is bound for glory, this
Okay, Dwayne.
train.
Okay.
This train is bound for glory. All you got to be is just be holy. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train don't carry no liars. This train. This train don't carry no liars. This train. This train don't carry no liars. No hypocrites and no high flyers. This train.
We're all set here, King. Just give us the word and we'll move in. Take this Mr. Stone down.
This train.
Stand down. We're not arresting Stone. We're gonna follow him.
You sure about that, Pride?
We got a hit team out there somewhere. No idea of the target. We want answers? We're gonna use Stone to lead us to him. Take down Hamilton once and for all.
That's a dangerous game we're playing.
It's our only choice, Christopher. Let's go.
This train is bound for glory. This train.
If you need help, tell Tiffany. Call 713-521-HELP or email telltiffany@khou.com.
Welcome back, Grandma. Wow.
I did a lot of shopping in Italy, and I met a nice man.
Ciao, Gino.
Gino.
Da Italia.
He's Italian.
Vieni qua.
Buick now has an SUV for that. The new Buick Envision. One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Experience the new Buick and get 15% below MSRP across this 3 SUV lineup. That's over $5,600 on this 2017 Buick Envision.
Lots of vitamins A and C, and only 50 calories a serving. Good morning indeed. V8, the original way to fuel your day.
What makes Reese's and Hershey's Cookies and Cream Crunchers so good?
The crunch!
Famous Reese's Peanut Butter.
Oh, crunch!
Classic Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Crunchy deliciousness!
Feast your ears on them.
Crescendo crunches!
New Crunchers. Did we mention they're
crunchy?
Colbert's back with an all-new Late Show tonight.
NCIS New Orleans returns.
The city's a terrorist target. They need you.
They're building a dirty bomb.
When are they going to attack?
Let's roll, boys and girls.
Who are you? He's the boss.
Not anymore, he's not.
NCIS New Orleans season premiere September 26th.
We are brothers and sisters, family and friends, neighbors. And when disaster strikes, we come together and rise up. That time is now. Hurricane Harvey has devastated the Texas coast, displacing thousands of families. Join us and show Texas you care. Visit KHOU.com/Texas Cares. All donations go directly to the American Red Cross Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. Every dollar makes a difference. KHOU stands for Houston.
This is a blue-collar neighborhood.
The mold inside, that's all got to go.
The piles of debris higher than those left by the last flood.
You can see water in the cup holder still. Everything else is drained.
No city would be able to move quicker in cleaning up the debris of this magnitude than the city of Houston.
Now at 10, we have a lot to show you. We are barely in recovery mode, and another dangerous hurricane is out there. Good evening, I'm Len Cannon.
And I'm Mia Gradney. Here's what we're covering. Tonight, Hurricane Irma is bearing down on the Caribbean and expected to hit Florida later this week. Dave will have the newest track on this monster storm.
Debris is piling up in neighborhoods all across the Houston area. We'll tell you how long it will take to pick it all up.
And Houston lifts its mandatory curfew for most of the city. The only place it's still in effect from midnight until 5 a.m. is mostly West Houston, where it is still flooded. But first, let's get right to Dave with the tropics. Dave?
Hey, guys, and you mentioned Irma. It is only one of 3 active systems we are tracking in the tropics right now. Tropical Depression 13 will become Katia, I think, as early as tomorrow, but that one won't threaten the United States or Houston. That's Irma, and then behind Irma, we've got Jose. So let me give you the forecast track for all 3 of them right now. This is Irma, and this is a rare sight. Powerful Cat 5, sustained winds at 185. This is the strongest hurricane to ever threaten the northern fringe of the Leeward Islands since records have been kept. And it's tied for the second most powerful hurricane based on wind speed that we've ever measured in the Atlantic Basin. So the forecast for Irma takes it by San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then through the Florida Straits and perhaps into the Florida coastline here early Sunday night as a Cat 4 with sustained winds of 140 miles an hour. After that, all the models take it north up into the Appalachians, where they'll have a significant flood threat. As far as Tropical Depression 13 goes in the southern Gulf, well, that one's going to be pushed south into Mexico, so no threat to Houston, rain or wind from that one. And then Jose, on the heels of Irma, is way out here and should be no threat to land. And we've got a cold front coming, which gives us a taste of autumn starting tomorrow. I'll talk about what that means for us coming up in a couple of minutes.
My goodness, there's a lot going on. Thank you. Now to a question a lot of you are asking. When will all the debris piled up outside your home finally be hauled away?
Many are telling us it's getting really nasty. Grace White spent today getting some answers for you. She is live in Kingwood tonight. Grace.
It's hard to walk up and down these streets and not put yourself in these families' shoes. All of their belongings tossed on the curb, and now we're learning it could be the holidays before this is all cleaned up. The sound filling this Kingwood Lakes home.
Yeah, I keep wanting to cry.
Brings Julia Paul to tears.
There's a lot of memories here. And we've lived here over 40 years.
All that time, and she's never before seen her home flood.
It came up about right here.
The water rose to 3 feet inside.
Every Sunday night, but not this Sunday night. We have dinner with everybody.
Now, instead of hosting family, this 82-year-old who prides herself on still being able to water ski and spend time with her grandkids is dealing with the demolition.
There's one on the back of the house.
And outside, a lifetime's worth of memories tossed on her curb.
I'd like for them to come and take stuff away because it's a hazard.
But county leaders say it could take up to 120 days to pick everything up because crews will make 3 passes by each home, and those stops could be weeks apart.
My mother's a widow. She, you know, I don't know what she's going to do. She doesn't know what she's going to do. She's lost.
But somehow this grandmother still manages a smile and a little humor.
And once in a while I'll come out and shake my fist at Mother Nature too. But I think she thinks it's a rain dance.
Now she just hopes the cleanup crews will hustle because it's hard to move on when you're still surrounded by the past.
There's lots of people that got flooded. Everybody in my neighborhood did. And it's hard to catch up with all that trash.
FEMA officials say don't wait on insurance adjusters. Take pictures and go ahead, put all your debris out on the curb so it can get picked up. We should also tell you tonight, this grandmother, like so many families we've talked to, does not have flood insurance. Me and Len, back to you.
All right, Grace, thank you so much. Here's important information on how to organize that storm debris outside your home. It must be at least 10 feet from your house or it won't get picked up. Your normal trash pickups are running as scheduled. Storm debris needs to be divided into these piles. Materials like carpet, furniture, and drywall. Hazardous waste, big appliances, yard waste like tree branches, then electronics. And you're asked to keep all of it away from gas meters. And figuring out how to clean out your home, well, that can be daunting.
We spent the day with Linda Sharp, a disaster cleanup expert, and she walked us through the process step by step.
Take pictures. Yeah. We all have phones, we all have smartphones. Take pictures. If they have carpet and pad, remove it. Cut it up. It's going to be heavy, it's going to be wet, but cut it up into manageable pieces and get it out of the property as soon as possible. If you've got a crowbar or a prying tool, you can pop it, get under it, pop it out. Once they get the floors removed, if they have the ability, cut the drywall 2 feet above where the water line was. This is contaminated water. You want to get all of the contaminated material out of your home. Rock walls, stacked stone fireplaces, it all has to come out. Do not wait for the adjuster. If you don't have power, it's hot and humid, you're going to have microbial growth. You're going to have pathogens and you're going to have mold. It's going to happen. So the sooner you get this material out, the safer your home is going to be. Save the hardwoods for the professionals. Save contaminated tile for the professionals. Most of the time, tile can be saved. Empty everything out of your cabinets. Get everything out of your refrigerator. If you have a set-in range with a bottom drawer, open that up. All of your typical kitchenware, your dishes, your glasses, your flatware, your pots and pans. Typically, most of your kitchenware can be saved, just needs to be washed in hot, soapy water. Often, cabinets have wood doors. You can see how wet the drywall is. We're not cutting it, we're just pulling it off. It's that wet. So we'll be coming in underneath those cabinets and removing the backsplash. Insulation does not dry, and it will hold water onto your framing wood and rot your wood. A rule of thumb, if it's been in the water, it should be gone. If it's wood, if it's upholstered, if it's leather, it should be gone. If it's porous material, if it's a rug, it should be gone. You do not want to keep this contaminated material in your house because it is dangerous to people, it's dangerous to humans, and that is per the EPA guidelines. I know that some people have antiques or sentimental pieces. If they want to try to save that piece, put it someplace, get it out of the house, isolate it, and call a professional furniture restorer.
Some very important tips there. After everything is removed, it is important to let your home and the frame wood dry out. Sharp says it could take up to 3 days. You can see more of all those tips on our website, KHOU.com.
New tonight, we're learning the family of 6 that drowned when their van was swept off a flooded road is related to late Tejano singer Selena. Her father, Abraham Quintanilla, posted on Facebook that their family was mourning the loss of 6 relatives in Houston. He's talking about Manuel and Belia Saldivar and 4 of their great-grandchildren. Their van was swept off a bridge August 27th. The children's uncle, also in the van, managed to escape. Manuel and Belia will be laid to rest Saturday. A separate funeral will be held for the children.
It is hard to imagine, but here we are 10 days since Harvey dumped a record amount of rain on us, and there are still homes underwater tonight. Air 11 flew over the neighborhoods near the Beltway and I-10 on the west side. Jason Whiteley is live there tonight to show us why this one stretch of impassable road is causing big problems elsewhere. Jason?
You know, Lynn, right now tonight, the Harris County Toll Road Authority tells us that Beltway 8 at the Katy Freeway is going to remain closed indefinitely. If you haven't seen it in a couple of days, this is what it looks like. Still a giant basin. In fact, one of the best markers we have seen so far is the bridge marker right over here. It still shows 16 feet 6 inches of water remain on the main lanes here. And as you mentioned, it's been a week since the rain stopped. Now, I want to share a few more sites around this neighborhood here in Briar Forest area as we tell you what else the Toll Road Authority revealed to us today as well. Engineers say they're watching this closely and do not think that any of, that they can get into, evaluate the road here for another 7 days. Even when they get in, after the water is gone, the road's not going to immediately reopen. They have to make sure it's safe, there are no structural problems, that there are no retaining wall issues as well with the water up against it for so long. So if they find problems from all the water, they'll have to make those repairs, and no telling exactly how long that could take. It must be safe before they will reopen these main lanes, and no idea when that is going to be. If you've been out tonight on the tollway anywhere in the Houston area, you know that it is still free to drive on the tollway. It's uncertain when the tolls will be re-implemented, but the Harris County Toll Road Authority tells us to watch their Twitter feed, watch their Facebook. It's at HCTRA, Harris County Toll Road Authority. You can also watch ours here at KHOU.com and KHOU's Twitter and Facebook pages as well to find out when that happens. You know, water is receding on many streets, as you mentioned, as Air 11 showed as well here too, but this is the Memorial Bend neighborhood. Still several cars over there. It's doubtful that any of these roads are going to reopen anytime soon as long as so much water remains here on these roads. Lynn, Mia, back to you.
Just unbelievable, the amount of water still out there. Jason Whiteley, thanks so much. For the first time, Houston officials are revealing just how close we came to a potential drinking water crisis. The storm flooded the Northeast Water Purification Plant last week. The machines that work to keep its water filters clean were underwater themselves. Luckily, they used aqua barriers and pumps to get all the flood water out. The plant is functioning normally again. Well, countless families in Texas lost it all during Harvey.
But one Houston area family got a double dose of disaster coming up while they still have reason to celebrate tonight.
Everyone is helping recover from Harvey the best way they know how. For one celebrity chef, that means serving hundreds of meals, where she got to work to help feed those hardest hit.
Grocery stores in the area working hard around the clock during the storm to bring in food and water. We'll show you how HEB got the job done.
In all my years announcing, I've never seen the Texans fans this hungry. I can't believe it. They're running the Texans bundle. That's 2 Big Mac sandwiches. The fans are on the edge of their seats. 2 cheeseburgers. The crowd is loving this. 10-piece chicken McNuggets. Now they're on their feet. And 4 small fries. And it's good! I've never seen a crowd more excited. Right now at McDonald's, you can get a $12 Texans bundle and all this for your hungry fans.
Come to Gallery Furniture right now. Buy $3,000 better worth of Gallery Furniture mattress, box foundation, or adjustable bed base. And if the Astros win the final baseball championship series of the year, your mattress purchase is free. Go to galleryfurniture.com for details.
In this league, you have 16 one-game seasons. Every game is vitally important to the success of your season.
And we are ready to rock in Houston. Touchdown! He's in! He's in!
We have the best home crowd in the National Football League. We're loud, we're into the game, we're there early, we stay till the end. We know that we're playing in front of the best crowd in the NFL, and that means a lot to us.
Become part of the family. Visit HoustonTexans.com.
Mattress, biggest sale in Gallery Furniture history on mattresses. Save 50% on selected Sealy, Stearns & Foster closeout models. Save $1,000 on Tempur-Pedic HD, queen and king size sleep sets. Buy your mattress today, Gallery delivers tonight, and save you money.
Where do you turn when it feels like life has turned against you?
Yeah, listen to this. 2 generations lost 2 homes during Harvey, one to flooding, the other to a fire.
But thanks to friends, some treasured possessions were saved. Larry Seward explains.
It froze people huddled inside Jan and Bill Wild's Atascocita garage just days after 9 feet of floodwater wrecked the place. 2 people with a crowbar broke in.
Just can't imagine what's next.
Jan's dad died last month. Then Harvey showed up.
I was standing here.
Jan's daughter, Lindsay Christie, was on her way to help until her house exploded and caught fire. Christie and her 1-year-old Rory got out in time, but like Mom and Dad, her family seemed to lose everything except one another. Jason's job flooded too, so he can't work. And half Christie's 5th grade class in Shepherd lost homes too.
We are really struggling with everything, and they don't have a home. We don't have a home. We're mourning the loss of my grandfather, and we have nothing.
That's where those burglars come in. They're actually friends. Amber, the woman you see in the middle, and her husband Michael, who took this picture, simply broke in to find and save family photos, treasured now more than ever.
It's all our memories. It's everything that we have. Our childhood, our friends, our old street, our Christmas, our entire family, our gatherings, vacations at the beach. You can just feel how much they loved us when you look at those pictures, and you know how much we've always meant to them, and they will just always hold the biggest spot in my heart.
So while loved ones raise money online to help.
Okay, baby.
Yeah. We'll be okay.
This family's greatest comfort lies in memories saved by friends. Standing for Houston, Larry Seward, KHOU.
What a family story. Well, like after any hurricane or flooding, we're keeping an eye on the mosquito population. The Texas State Department of Health says nuisance mosquitoes are the concern right now. They aren't likely to spread disease, but they can hamper recovery efforts if there are swarms of them. So if you're spending a lot of time outdoors, cover up, wear bug spray, and dump out any standing water near your house. Health officials plan on spraying affected areas.
Now to the latest in Beaumont, which got nearly 2 feet of rain in some areas. Tonight, we're meeting a chef from North Texas doing what she can to provide survivors with hot meals. Here's Ryan Takeo.
It was a long day here at Ebenezer Baptist Church. They made 1,000 bowls of gumbo with the help of a lot of these 5-gallon jugs of water. And here's where they did it, right through here in this small kitchen without any drinkable running water.
That I came here and, did what I can do, which is cook.
Dallas celebrity chef Tiffany Derry made it happen. She's from Beaumont.
If you don't have water, it almost feels third worldish.
Tuesday, she made 1,000 bowls of gumbo. And from this reaction, it was pretty good.
That's what you're supposed to do when you have good gumbo in front of you.
Chef Tiffany received donations for the bottled water and food supplies and trucked it in from Dallas. She had a plan. Have a limited menu, keep the number of pots and pans to a minimum, and serve in paper bowls.
We got running water, but it's just not the kind you drink.
I'm coming in and I'm preparing one dish, and I'm serving everybody the same thing.
To keep things clean, Tiffany said she had volunteers wash their hands, use sanitizer, and wear gloves. The running water used here was only used before bleach and sanitizer was then used to clean pots and pans. Tiffany said she learned how to cook without running water by volunteering in the third world country of Haiti.
Though I have had experience with dealing with areas where, you can't use the water, it still felt very different,
And Chef Tiffany and her volunteers back at it tomorrow with 2 meals this time. At 11 o'clock, they'll have bolognese and pasta. And at 5, they'll serve dinner, baked chicken. Standing for Houston, I'm Ryan Takeo for KHOU.
Wow, what a treat for those folks. Thanks, Ryan. Tonight, one of the most powerful storms ever recorded is churning in the Atlantic. This is a bird's eye view of Hurricane Irma taken from the International Space Station.
And here's what it looks like inside the storm. This is video just into our newsroom from government scientists known as the hurricane hunters. It shows the moment they flew through the eye wall of Irma earlier today, the most powerful part of the hurricane. And Irma, well, isn't the only storm we're tracking right now.
Certain isn't. Unfortunately, David is back with 2 storms he's keeping an eye on. David?
So the only one that's going to threaten the United States is Irma. The other two, Mexico and then open waters.
One is enough.
Yeah, I know exactly. And we got three out there.
One is too much.
Irma is all at the same time a natural wonder and a natural disaster about to happen. This storm, as you guys mentioned, one of the most powerful ever measured in the Atlantic. It has sustained winds at 185 miles an hour. There have been several storms over recorded history the past 100 years or so that have reached this level of intensity based on wind speed. There's only one that was stronger. That was Hurricane Allen in 1980. That one actually entered the Gulf of Mexico. So there's the town of Cordington. This is on the island of Antigua and Barbuda. They look like they're going to take a direct hit from Category 5 Irma late tonight or early tomorrow morning. There's the storm right there. It's going to graze San Juan, Puerto Rico tomorrow evening as a Cat 5. Hopefully they won't take a direct hit. And then it continues on that track through the Bahamas. The Bahamas are going to take a very hard hit with this. And then turning north as it enters the Florida Keys, that's Sunday night, with winds sustained then forecast to be at 140 miles an hour. After that, all the models are in agreement that this goes north, and so Florida is going to take, I think, the brunt of the hit. Unless they get lucky, there's still a chance it could turn before reaching Florida, but then the Carolinas are in play. So all eyes on Irma tonight. The other two systems are not threatening us and will not threaten the United States. And that's because we've got this cool front coming, which will help to steer Irma north into Florida and spare us that. And we're going to get some cooler air starting tonight and tomorrow morning. You'll notice a difference. So this cool front is going to go through tonight, and it will have a chance of bringing a couple of isolated showers and maybe even a clap of thunder overnight. But don't get worried. Rain totals are not going to be even close to causing any new flooding, a quarter inch or less, and then just gorgeous weather for the rest of the week as we recover from our own natural disaster here. In fact, here is the front, the leading edge of the cooler air, and those little white triangles are individual lightning strikes. So there are scattered showers that are reaching close to Lake Livingston now, and that'll push through, but that will open the door to the cooler weather coming in. Now, it's not going to get cold, but we've got low 60s up in Amarillo, and that's what I think we'll have low temperatures of here as we head later into the week. And we look at winds, there's that northerly breeze behind the front. Dallas has a north wind at 13. That will bring in the lower humidity, which makes everything much more bearable around here. Space Center Houston's all quiet tonight, looking good with the shuttle display there. And again, temperatures outside running in those 70s, and we're just waiting on that northerly wind to come in overnight and give us a break and give us a little bit more of a taste of fall around here. All right, the extended forecast looks gorgeous. Here's the way I see things playing out. Tomorrow, we'll go to a high of about 88, 89, but again, lower humidity with that northeast breeze at 12, and then low of 61 Thursday morning. Some spots may be in the upper 50s on the north side by Thursday morning. Lows near 60 Friday, highs mid-80s going into the weekend, and this lower humidity helps all those studs dry out that you've got the drywall cut out of, and it helps everybody recover from Harvey. That's what we're working on for the weekend, guys.
Every little bit helps. Thanks, David. Well, here we are 10 days after Harvey slammed Texas. Grocery stores are already up and running.
But there are still some items you won't find on store shelves. We'll tell you what they are and the reason why. That's coming up.
At the International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716, we believe you have it in you to be whoever you choose to be, so long as you have integrity, work ethic, and a willingness to learn. We begin each day owning our core values because pride and purpose in your work improves and elevates the lives of others. Families and communities are stronger when a well-trained, focused team of electricians feels connected to a purpose. IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Joshy, it's your mother.
Bro, you in there?
It's Dad.
How great is it that we live next door to each other? Hello?
Why are you ignoring me?
I know you're in there. I can hear you breathing.
9JKL, Monday, October 2nd.
Hurry out to Gallery Furniture Day and see one of the world's largest selections of beautiful leather upholstered furniture. Buy your leather furniture today, guaranteed gallery delivered tonight, or have it your way in special order beautiful leather sofas, sectionals, leather recliners. And buy $4,000 better with furniture right now at Gallery Furniture. Get 36% of your purchase price back in free accessories. Biggest leather selection, immediate delivery. Gallery Furniture delivers your beautiful leather furniture in 3 or 4 hours today.
You've probably had to hit the grocery store to restock after this storm.
And one Texas-based chain got creative to make sure shelves stayed stocked. Matt Doherty is live in Southeast Houston to show us how HEB did it. Matt?
Yeah, Lenny, you walk into any HEB grocery store tonight, no doubt you're going to find workers from other parts of the country. They're giving these Houston workers a break. It's just one of the many ways this company's doing business differently in the wake of the storm.
I don't think our stores have ever looked worse.
Today, HEB's Vice President Scott McClelland is a celebrity among shoppers here at the store off Buffalo Speedway.
Here we go. Sure.
The Texas-born chain of groceries managed to ride out the storm with minimal impact to customers before the rain and after.
So we manufacture our own bread in Corpus Christi and in Houston. And so based off of where it was raining, we would up the manufacturing in one area or the other. And the other thing that we did was, instead of trying to make every kind of bread, we would narrow down the production to just a limited number of items so that we wouldn't have to change over the equipment.
McClelland tells tales of heroism among his workers. Checkers and florists became cooks and stockers. Out in League City, an HEB employee made steaks to feed first responders camping out at the store. McClelland says she even blew up kiddie pools for the emergency crew members to use for beds.
And somehow, some way, whether you're a $12 an hour clerk or store manager, they found a way to get to work because they knew they had to be there.
As things return to business as usual, you'll still find a few holes in the shelves. The Frito shipment arrives tomorrow. McClelland says snacks and beer are among the few items that are just as popular before and after a storm. Eggs, which are in high demand now that the floodwaters have receded, are being laid as we speak, however slowly. Now, we found out that one of the reasons that there's a lack of eggs right now is because HEB, one of HEB's suppliers down in Santa Fe, had a chicken farm where 5,000 of their chickens drowned in the floods. That's why they've got a lack of eggs at some of their stores right now, but he says they're working to get them laid as quickly as they can. Guys, back to you.
All right, Matt Doherty, thanks so much. Well, strong reaction tonight, that is, across the country.
Yeah, the White House announcing it is ending the so-called DACA program, while President Trump says this will actually help Congress help undocumented students find a path to citizenship.
You too could drive home a winner. This Saturday, over $130,000 in cash and prizes will be won at KHOU's Outdoor Cash and Truck Giveaway. There are hourly drawings for $5,000 each and a grand prize of a new Ram Rebel 1500 truck with a 2018 Honda Foreman Rubicon Deluxe. Earn entries starting at 4 a.m. this Saturday, only at KHOU Casino Resort in Kinder, Louisiana's best bet.
If the Astros win it all, you get it all. Come to Gallery Furniture right now. Buy $3,000 better worth of Gallery Furniture mattress, box foundation, or adjustable bed base, including world-famous Tempur-Pedic. And if the Astros win the final baseball championship series of the year versus the team from the other league, your mattress purchase is free, free, free. Buy $3,000 better worth mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic. And if the Astros win it all, you get it all. Free, free, free mattresses. Come to Gallery Furniture. Go to galleryfurniture.com for details.
Hurricane Harvey has brought great challenges to our area, but we prove every day that we can overcome anything if we work together as a family. I'm Daryl Wisniewski, and I own the Bayway family of dealerships. At each one of our locations, our team is ready to advise you on possible water damage to your vehicle. We fully understand how to help you through insurance claims on your vehicle, and our service bays are open to get you back on the road again.
We're here to help at the Bayway family of dealerships because that's what families do.
We now face another one of our challenges. It's not the first, and it will not be the last. But the thing that I know about this city is that we will always rise to the occasion. I have no doubt about any of that.
As you can see, the need is tremendous.
But this is one of those times when Houston comes together, bands together, supportive of one another. I cannot say enough for the volunteers and all of the people who are here. This is a total team effort. This is Houston. This is who we are. This storm has not redefined who we are. If anything, the storm has made us even stronger and prouder to be Houstonian. And if there's any silver lining, I'm very proud of that.
Here's a look at other stories making headlines tonight.
A lot of uncertainty tonight for hundreds of thousands of young immigrants brought into the U.S. illegally as children. President Trump says he plans to phase out a program that shielded them from deportation. The program's called DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. The Trump administration says Congress should come up with an alternative. Speaker Paul Ryan says he hopes Congress comes to a bipartisan agreement.
A well-known Houston businessman scores big and pays big. $2.2 billion to buy the Houston Rockets. We're talking billionaire Tillman Fertitta. He's also agreed to run the Toyota Center. Fertitta owns the Landry's Restaurant Empire and the Golden Nugget casinos and hotels. He still has to go through NBA approval process. And next Tuesday night, the Hand in Hand Telethon will air right here on KHOU 11. Beyonce, George Strait, Barbra Streisand, and more will headline the one-hour benefit concert for Harvey survivors.
Again, it airs a week from today at 7 p.m. We have more information on our website, KHOU.com.
Coming up, final check on Irma and a new tropical depression in the Gulf. That's next.
Whether you're a morning person or simply it's not your thing. Maybe you're the type that doesn't take it that seriously. Or you're that person who just makes everyone's morning brighter. There's a McDonald's for every morning.
Choose from a savory sausage biscuit and hash browns or sausage burrito and hash browns for just $1.50 each.
Extended Labor Day Super Sale open until 10 o'clock tonight. All 3 Gallery Furniture locations save you money on Made in America furniture. If you want to support Made in America furniture, you want to support jobs for Americans, and best of all, you want to get your family the best deal ever on beautiful furniture that'll last a lifetime. Buy your Made in America furniture today, save lots of money, no doubt about it. Gallery Furniture delivers your Made in America furniture to Labor Day Super Sale extended tonight.
Get a good look at this. A deer trying to get away from the floods took a dip in a pool in Kingwood and couldn't get out.
Yeah, the family says the deer was struggling in the water, so you see what happened. They jumped in to help. They were able to nudge it out of the pool. The poor deer was tired and took a moment to catch its breath, but did eventually run off into the wild. Did make it.
Let me tell you, that was some rescue operation.
Yes.
You know, a wild animal
Determined.
like that. Yeah. All right. Dave, let's talk these storms. Boy, the tropics really lining up out there.
Tropical Depression 13 is in the Gulf of Mexico. It's likely to become Katia, a tropical storm, maybe tomorrow. However, this one is not going to threaten us. This is the forecast track from the Hurricane Center. You see Katia, or what will be Katia, near Tampico, Mexico. And that one should bend south and then move inland into central Mexico. So Houston, that is not a threat to us, and that is very good news for us. Now, of course, Hurricane Irma is just a monster out there, and this one is going to threaten Florida as we head into the coming weekend. I expect that tomorrow we'll begin to see South Florida officials begin to issue some evacuation orders for coastal residents there. And then after that, it tracks up into the eastern U.S. That's going to be a significant flood threat for them. Hey, but look, you see the showers and storms to our north? It's not severe, but that's the cold front. So a little bit of rain, maybe some thunder and lightning overnight, a quick hit, and then we're cooler the rest of the week.
Yeah, folks will love that in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Never looked so forward to fall-like weather, ever, ever. Folks, that's going to do it for us tonight.